Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Benefits Wise, and welcome back to David, Managing Partner at the now Illumiti, and also a hello and an introduction to Sean, who is our new Partnerships Director. So Sean, say hello to everyone.
Hello, nice to meet everyone.
I'm sure they're all saying hello back.
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
There watching and listening. I did think of how we're actually going to introduce Sean, whether we're going to ask him some challenging questions, get him to do sort of an elevator pitch of who he is, and maybe even do a karaoke song. Who knows? Maybe that's one for another time. But I thought, what better way to get to know someone than asking them food-related questions? So I've got two questions for you.
Right.
Peanut butter, are you a chunky or a smooth?
Oh, chunky, definitely chunky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Biscoff spread as well, has to be chunky.
I never knew Biscoff spread came in a chunky. That is news
life
to me.
changing for you, Dan. There you go.
David, are you a chunky or a smooth?
Into it, aren't you?
Anything to get a biscuit in there. And pizza, stuffed crust or no stuffed crust?
Oh, I like stuffed crust, but my first choice would be sort of the thin base. But yeah, there we go. Keep the calories down. Keep the calories down.
Fair enough. Calories down. In mine is keep the calories up.
Yeah.
And finally, I guess, a quick kind of snippet. Obviously, today we're going to be talking about our new brand. And actually, there's no better time than for me to cue our new brand video. So I hope you all enjoy it.
Our current challenges are generally around recruiting and retaining the best talent. It's getting tougher. The demands from people are much higher. No longer do people just want to get a job and stay there and sort of see out their careers. People are starting to ask questions around what we as employees can do.
I think it's really important. It can be easy for individuals and employees to forget what an organisation can offer, and having a partner who can really bring clarity, particularly to financial benefits, because as HR leaders or even business leaders, that's not what we do.
Having a really strong employee benefits package can work as a tool to attract really good talent, and ensuring that employees have access to benefits which are helpful.
Well, what people are looking for, so the old kind of benefits, the critical illness, the healthcare, pension, that's just not enough. People are wanting to know that they can get something now. They want to have a tangible benefit, something that they can see and actually enjoy now. They want to have gym memberships. They want to have cycle to work schemes.
Our benefits package was not particularly comprehensive, it wasn't market-led, and it wasn't particularly competitive, so it wasn't great value for money.
There was nothing niche. There was nothing that enabled us to really get that bespoke service that our employees were looking for. The service provided by the team at Illumiti that we work with is just phenomenal. And actually, even when one of them is away, there's always someone to pick it up. I've never had to wait for an answer. The team works so seamlessly. We just didn't have that with the previous providers.
We can pick up the phone or drop you an email, and if we need clarity, we'll jump on a meeting and we'll talk about it.
Illumiti have a very good understanding of the sector in which we work, which is private equity. They understand the type of people who work with us or for us, and what their financial needs are.
Just recently, we've had a fantastic experience where somebody at the Illumiti team reached out and said, have you thought about this product? This is something I'm seeing in the market. This is a nice add-on to this benefit. And so we had the introductory meeting, and actually it's perfect. It's exactly what we've been looking for. We just didn't know that service existed. So the difference with Illumiti and our previous brokers is they just manage it for us. Going back to the fact that they're an extension of us. They're just part of our team. They think about our organisation and the needs of our organisation and actually just deliver a great product.
Illumiti really deliver across the whole breadth of employee benefits and financial wellness. They don't just broker benefits, they provide great comms, benefits packages, they're competitive and really understand the clients that they're serving.
I think that's really clear in terms of the communication ilumiti offer us. You often will give us, emails or the comms that we can send out. We might tweak that, but it's really clear. It's not difficult for people to understand, so that's really important. And it's kind of tailoring it to what we need. So we'll often engage with you and say, look, we're doing this, can you help? And so it's not just the standard communication. I think that kind of bespoke communication is good as well.
Our employees know they're getting really good benefits, and they know that they have support if they need it. They're an extension of us as an HR team, but also of our company.
3 words that I would use to describe ilumiti would be proactive, efficient, and thoughtful.
Personal, interested, and individual.
What sets ilumiti apart from other firms is that they listen. So they listen to me as an HR professional and as an employer, and they provide a service that I need. It's a bespoke service. It's a service that evolves as our business needs evolve. ilumiti are a passionate team who provide a fantastic service and who deliver for us every time.
I think it's now one of those times where I'm going to pass the reins over to Sean. So Sean's going to give myself and David a bit of a grilling about our new brand. And here's the reins being passed over to you, Sean. So fire away.
Big responsibility. So I think it's really important to start with sort of why there was a decision to rebrand from Lemonade Reward and how we came to ilumiti. Fire that across to you, David.
Thanks, Sean. The business has changed so much over 10 years. So Lemonade was perfect when we formed. We were trying to be different, refreshing, aiming at HR. But then over time, we've also done lots of retirement work, and that needed a different look, feel. It's a different audience. It was more mature, more conservative. So we had this 2-brand approach. And then we started doing lots of private client work, which didn't sit too well with either. So it's just recognizing what the business does today and where we're heading over the next 10 years. And Dan will explain about the journey, but to find a word, a brand, a name that covers all 3 of those disciplines was something of a challenge. And I couldn't be more delighted about how we found ilumiti as the solution. So evolution is the simple answer.
Evolution. Love it.
It certainly wasn't a decision made lightly, was it, David? Anyone who's been through that process of rebranding an organization, if I roll the clock back, we were probably looking at September 23 when we were kind of, first getting the wheels into motion with doing this. So, it takes a long time. There's 10 years of work that needs to be looked at, and trying to get everything into that alignment, that was a real challenge. So I feel like we've done an amazing job. I'm really happy with where we're at, and really excited about the future.
Brilliant. No, really good. And as I was given some difficult questions at the start and completely unscripted, I've got one for you both, I think. What were the sort of core challenges that Lemonade faced, and how are these issues aligned with the future company goals? And I'll put that to both of you, I guess.
I guess from my side of things, Lemonade, Informed Pensions, 2 different brands. There's obviously duplication of work. We have different audiences, and anyone who's been through a branding journey or has spoken to various kind of marketing agencies and branding agencies, it's very, when Lemonade was first brought about, we only really kind of had one audience and one subset of that audience. So now all of a sudden, when we're doing, more sophisticated work and services, we have to make sure that our brand is aligned and fits with all of the audiences within it. And that's where I guess we got to the point where having these different fragmented brands or sub-brands then started to kind of dilute our message and where we were going. So actually bringing those all back together and have that central alignment was one of the main factors, which I think is a driver behind it.
I think Dan's is the correct answer and the creative answer. Mine's going to be more emotional. For me, the hard thing was I was there on day one. So for me, it was like renaming my 10-year-old child. And anyone with children might relate to that. They do change, they do grow up, but you've got to live with that name that you choose. before they're walking, before they're talking, and so yeah, kind of detaching from all the good and bad baggage of Lemonade was really, really difficult, but something that was needed, and it's definitely going to be worthwhile.
No, agree. Dan, I know you've worked extremely hard on this rebrand. I know a number of people have. Can you just talk us through some of the sort of steps involved with going through such a process like this and developing the ilumiti sort of identity, I guess?
Yeah, well, I guess, like I said, it's been a long old process, and the first part of getting any sort of brand is really taking a step back and understanding who is your audience, what do you do, why do you do it, and kind of what gets you up out of bed in the mornings. We engaged with one of the leading brand agencies, Chaos, to help us on this journey, and they were brilliant. All of the guys over there, whether it was Abby, Kirsty, and Alan, they're all absolutely fantastic. And I think the best part of going through this process was really being able to understand and to articulate our brand essence, which is financial clarity. It stems through absolutely everything that we do, right down to when we've got our advisors speaking to members of staff or members from the general public. We want to provide them with financial clarity, and that just distills everything we do as an organization. Whether it's David talking to our employee benefits clients and looking at benefits packages, whether it's looking at things like our group risk offering, everything we want to do, we want to have that kind of clarity. And that was really a part of what Lemonade was. It was simplicity, it was refreshingly different. So we haven't lost that kind of brand essence. We've just evolved where we've gone with that. Once we had that, then we went into the naming conventions, which is a very long and difficult process because, any name you come up with, there's someone out there who's probably already got it. So it was really difficult to kind of make sure that we were having something that we, felt was unique, something that we were proud of, something that we felt kind of stood the test of time and has also kind of future-proofed us. So once we got all those steps, then we turn into the visual identity, which is, the people can actually see, the new brand colors, what the logo looks like and the tone of voice, etc. So that's all the fun part. But, there's lots of kind of hurdles to get over before you get there. So, yeah, it is a long process. But I think we really have distilled what we are as a brand. And, that's just going to be echoed in everything that we do from here forwards.
And to add to that, Dan, it was a real struggle to kind of condense everything we do into a few simple words. And actually, it was our clients that did that for us. I know I was on the kind of internal panel trying to come up with that, and we were kind of overcomplicating it. We're adding too many words. And it was only when Chaos reached out to our clients, and our clients told us what they thought we did well and what was important to them. Our own light bulb moment was that clarity. And so I think it's great that our clients have been part of that journey too. Whether they knew it or not, they're a big part of that journey.
Yeah.
Lovely. And David, how's the rebrand been sort of received externally by our clients, by our partners? Yeah,
it's easy to say it's all positive. It is all positive. We've tested that in a number of ways. We've had a few forums where we've kind of sought opinion on how does it fit in those different marketplaces, and it's been an improvement in every measure. So whether it's to HR, whether it's to pension schemes, whether it's to individuals, they're all really comfortable with it. A few have said, "How do I pronounce it?" But as soon as they hear it once, there's never been no issue at all with that. And probably the thing they've liked the most is not how cool it looks or the funky name. It's the videos on the website. So we took the time to ask some clients. We're really delighted they helped us because it's a big commitment for a client to come to a filming studio for half a day. And we just talked with them about, what were their challenges, what they like about what we do. And yeah, if you've got a chance to watch the videos, that gives a much better feeling of what we do than I think anyone at ilumiti can say for themselves. That human connection that people say is really refreshing and different and helps get across our cultural values for someone who may never have met us. It's really powerful.
Definitely, and as employees at Illumity, having that engagement and relationship with our clients just improves it from both sides. You know, we know more about them, so we can help them more, and it really creates a really nice culture between us and clients. So, no, I felt that already. Thanks, David.
Yeah, nothing more to add on that, really. I mean, I guess, yeah, we could talk forever and a day about what our brand is, what it's all about, and what people think about it. But I would just, echo what David says and encourage people, have a look at the videos. We'll put one at the top of this podcast so that people can have a look and really understand where we're at with that. And yeah, just really excited to see where we can now take this brand and the opportunities which this is going to create. And I think we're already starting to go back to our kind of blue sky thinking of what is the art of possible. How do we then start to get more momentum with this? What different services can we offer? How can we do things differently? So yeah, it's an exciting time, and it gives you a new lease of life when you come up with a new brand. So yeah, I think everyone within Illumity is just pumped to get going and see how we can push this forwards.
Definitely.
Brilliant. Well, thank you, Sean, for taking the reins on the questions.
Yeah, thank you for embarrassing me at the start. That was appreciated.
That's fine. You're very welcome. I'm more than happy to embarrass people as long as it's not myself. But brilliant. Thank you both for your time today, and everyone who has watched and listened. So if you do have any questions, please feel free to contact myself, David, or Sean on LinkedIn. Particularly if it's anything around, how your benefits package is working. Sean is your man. Sean's doing some fantastic things. He's really broadening our partnership offering. So, if there's anything new that you want to be looking at potentially offering, then yeah, please do reach out. But until then, please go and have a look at the website. So we are now ilumiti.co.uk. So please go and check that out and have a look at the videos, etc. And until then, we will see you on the next one. Thank you very much, gents.
Cheers, Dan.
Thanks.
Sean.
Cheers, Dan.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.